AHAVA blessings and welcome to this week's Desert Rose reading. And so let me just make sure that the microphone is okay. It is. So I'm so excited to be here, just as I am excited to share with you every week some insights on the cards that come out for us. And remember that an oracle is a portal, and if we decide to go into it, the message is revealed to us, right? The mystery, the prophecy. And for this week, I did something a little bit different, more than just a reading. It is a reading, but more than just pulling out a card. I was actually guided in my morning practice to talk about 3 cards today. It's not so much of a spread as understanding the moment that we are navigating energetically with so many planets that are retrograde right now, and understanding what is happening in our earth element in this moment, right? We have the Mercury retrograde in Virgo that started on August 23rd, finishing on September 15th, with the climax being September the 6th, which means that Mercury and the Sun go into a conjunction, so it's a powerful day. And we've got Jupiter retrograding in Taurus, right, on September 4th, and on September 3rd, which is the day that this is coming out, this video, Venus goes direct again. So lots of energy. And before I start with the cards, in the Aramaic spirituality, which is a spirituality, a creation spirituality, where not only the planets and everything were created through the Aramaic Hebrew letters, but also the spirituality and spiritual practice is seen and practiced through creativity, right? Within this spirituality, which is connected, of course, to the Christ lineage and to Mary Magdalene, planets do have a message, planets have an energy, planets have a frequency, and we are all connected to everything, right? And it does not mean that we cannot transcend, because within the book of creation, written by the patriarch Abraham, the planets they don't have free will. They follow a cosmic system, Virgo, right? We do have free will, so we can transcend any tight or restrictive energy that the planets are giving us, because there is a message and there is a lesson, right? And so when the planets are working with us and giving us information, it is because we are ready to receive that information to go into the next stage of our evolution as souls that evolve in this incarnation. It doesn't mean that we can feel it all of the times. I mean, we mostly can. Sometimes we're not aware of what's happening because we don't know. But again, it's like an oracle. It's like a portal. When I choose to go in, I understand what is happening, and we can go into this beautiful communication with the planets, with the retrogrades, with everything that is going on. So, let's look at the cards, right? And so, the reason I was guided to work with these cards today, and they came out, with so much clarity in my morning practice, is because in this Mercury retrograde in Virgo, Mercury, when a planet is retrograde, it looks like it's standing still, right? And I always imagine the planet turning around and looking at me and saying, I'm having a conversation with you, listen. And if you don't listen, be careful, because I will play with you, right? And so Virgo is a very special zodiacal frequency, as all of them. Yet in this lineage, Virgo represents the first sign in biblical, Gnostic, and ancient Egyptian astrology of the zodiacal year. It is the beginning. And it is called Elul in this spirituality. And it is all about the seed. It is about the seed that the Virgin Queen within us, is holding, and how throughout the whole zodiacal wheel, this seed becomes nourished. And Virgo, the Virgin Mary, right? And in the Gnostic traditions, Gnostic mysticism, the stars above the head of Mother Mary are the zodiacal frequencies created through the Aramaic letters that come into the portal of Mother Mary, her womb, and then are, transported out to humanity. And so there is something powerful about what is happening. Virgo is the healer. Virgo is the priestess archetype, right? Virgo represents in the Aramaic spirituality the lover and the beloved, the relationship that we create with AHAVA, with the divine, and how we strengthen that relationship. And Virgo is about systems, creating systems so that our life can be in harmony and can be in perfection, and that perfection that Virgo looks for, right? And ultimately Virgo is the healer, and it is an earth sign. So it is about connecting with the body, healing the body, practicing embodiment so that we can really cultivate that relationship with AHAVA. And when Mercury is retrograde in this sign, as it has been in the earth signs, there's one ultimate question. And what is the soil, the earth that we are on? Is it fertile? Is it a fertile soil? Or is it stagnant? Is it dead? Right? What are we cultivating? What are we using to nourish ourselves, to nourish humanity? And this is really, really important, because when we work with earth signs, we start to realize, and it's something that we tend to think happens when we're working just with the Akash, with the etheric realm, with the light, the celestial realm. But when we work with the earth element, and we need to stop and receive the messages, one of the main messages is that we are in this together, right? We're not alone. And excuse my voice, I've been away and chanting a lot, doing a lot of practice, and that happens sometimes. When I say I've been away, I've been on a pilgrimage, a beautiful pilgrimage. So we are all connected. We are all in this together. And so as we tend to think, and this is true, that by raising our vibration, we will attract, our vibration is also helping other people. And also the lower vibrations also affect us. So we're all connected, right? And so the three cards that came out today in my practice, and they spoke to me quite powerfully. The first one is the Hathors, right? The Hathors. And in ancient Egyptian, it's actually pronounced Hathors. And these are the 7 healing frequencies, right? I'll explain this in a minute. The dragon awakening, connected to Saratamar, and also Johanna, which was one of the women, the sacred holy women, Kadishas, that funded Yeshua's ministry, and she was the one who recovered John the Baptist's head when they assassinated him, right? In a very cruel manner. And she was also a very wealthy woman, and who gave and had faith. And so let's look at these. So Virgo is the healing energy. And when we work with the Hathors come and they want us to know that they have been working with us really powerfully for the last 12, 15 years. They're always working with us, but they've been really present. And we can feel this through the presence of Saratamar and Mary Magdalene and the Venus lineage, because they are connected to Venus, right? They are the Pleiadians. And when we have this Mercury retrograde in Virgo, because Mercury is the messenger, so he comes to give us a message. So the message that he's giving us with the Hathors, that we need to upgrade our healing. And healing the physical body is extremely important. And the physical body is the container. It is the container. And it is what is holding together in this incarnation our energetic body, our spiritual body, our mental body, right? Our emotional body. So this is really important, because if the container isn't here, these bodies aren't either. They transcend, they go to the other realm. And so really, when we work on our physical body and we see the body as the temple that it is, right? Understanding that everything that we are doing here, absolutely everything, our mission, our purpose, our love, our giving, our service, has to be done through the body, right? And so if it has to be done through the body, it is very important in this Mercury retrograde to stop and ask ourselves, where do I need healing? And the healing could be, I need to heal my relationship with how I am feeding myself. I need to heal my relationship with how much rest I'm giving myself, the exercise I'm giving myself. Am I taking care of my skin? All of this is important, right? Am I nourishing? What products am I using, right? What am I putting on my skin? And this is very, very important because the soul wants to be in a palace, not in a jail. And when we are not feeling in our optimum energy, and I'm not just talking about being sick, okay? Well, sometimes we get sick and it's normal, but being in our optimum energy level, then the soul can't thrive completely. Because we talk a lot about vibration, right? Raise your vibration, right? Think positive thoughts, which are important. Yet the body needs to accompany. The body also has to be holding this health and this vibrancy as much as it can, right? Because maybe we do have certain conditions, but we can always upgrade our present personal experience in this moment. And so if Mercury were to turn around right now, the messenger, and look at you and ask you, how are you taking care of yourself? And how are you taking care of your body? What would be the answer, right? What would be the answer? And so the Hathors are coming to us saying that they are here. We can access the healing energy. And remember that all of these beautiful celestial vibrations and frequencies are within us as well. This is really important to understand. And when we access our healing energy and we awaken the archetype of the healer, then we can heal other people. Then we can be more present for other people. We can serve more, we can love more, we can work more, we can create more. We can be more in community. And so this is one of the messages in this Mercury retrograde, right? And also Venus going direct, which is all about self-love and self-care. Very important. And so Johanna is a powerful presence, and I love working with her because she was a very abundant woman. They called her a myrrh bearer, so she was a myrrhophore. She was present after the crucifixion, and again she was one of the women, and she is named in sacred scripture. She funded the ministry of Yeshua. She was married to a very wealthy man, yet she had a lot of her own resources, and she gave with so much faith, never worrying about not having enough, right? And she also, she started out being a student or a disciple of Johanan, John the Baptist, and then went with Yeshua, of course. And when John the Baptist was killed, she went and recovered his head because he meant so much to her, right? And so Johanna comes to us because as we have this Jupiter going retrograde in Taurus, and we know that Taurus is all about our resources, our livelihood, and how we take care of ourselves on a financial level. Again, what is Jupiter going to do? Jupiter has a message for us. He's going to turn around and look at us and say, what is your relationship with abundance? What is your relationship with your finances? What do you need to organize and create systems? Because Mercury is retrograde in Virgo, which is all about creating a systems that make our life more in balance so that we can do more and we can be more of service. Without the system, there is chaos. That's very important. And so Jupiter looks at us and says, okay, what is your relationship with abundance? What is your relationship to the earth? How are you taking care of the earth, right? Are you being mindful with resources, not just money, but with everything that is given to us? Are you throwing things away? Are you throwing food away? Are you being generous with the land, with Mother Earth? And so when Jupiter stops and looks at us and says, I really want you to expand in everything that you do and in your resources, and because resources are very important in all expressions, because they create a life of balance and physical security that will help us expand, right? And I'm not saying a lot or a little. That depends on each of us, whatever you need to expand. But then Jupiter says, okay, yes, I want you to have expansion. I want your abundance in all different expressions to grow in your finances. But are you being mindful? What is it that you have to heal? Mercury comes again with Virgo, in Virgo, and says, what is it that you have to heal with your relationship with the earth and your relationship to self-love, to the value, how are you valuing yourself, and of course, to finances. Where are you in a mess right now that you need to fix? Because, you know, it is one thing I do love a lot about the Desert Rose teachings, because when we are in a certain situation financially, it is because we need to learn about that situation. Whether it be good or bad. This is important. We need to learn about that. And so when Johanna appears, she says, you must have faith in yourself. You must be true to yourself. You must know that you are infinitely abundant because you are the child of the Avun, of the Divine Mother Father. Yet what is it that you need to fix? And I see this not just on a financial level or on physical resources. I see it also on a gratitude level, right? What part of our lives need to be in gratitude, and what parts of our lives need to be healed, so that we can be more in gratitude. And this is the message of Johanna. And now we go to the Dragon Awakening. And this is one of the expressions of Saratamar, the Christ child, daughter of Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, the Dragon Awakening. And so everything happens for a higher reason. There's something very cosmically powerful in all of these retrogrades, and Jupiter going retrograde in Taurus as well, and then the Virgo energy, Mercury retrograde. All of this is helping us understand that we are given the opportunity right now to have a Dragon Awakening, right? Mercury, the messenger, divine messenger, right? And we can think of different divine messengers. There is Thoth, there is Sandalphon, right? Which is a messenger angel. All of these messengers are constantly bringing us messages from the upper realms to this realm, and also from Gaia to us, right? And so they're constantly working to bring us messages. And we are in a very psychic moment, right? With all of these planets retrograde and looking at us, they are actually supporting us to really go inward and access this wisdom that is so powerfully available right now in this moment. And so one of the things, when I think of Dragon Awakening, I always think of the essential oil myrrh, right? The myrrh tree, right? Because myrrh has the power within the Miraphor teachings to awaken and open the pineal gland. And when we awaken and we open the pineal gland, we can access the higher octave of our creative sexual energy. And this is the opportunity that we are being given in this moment with a Jupiter going retrograde in Taurus. Powerful. So we're given the opportunity, not just will we experience the serpent energy of the earth being activated, so there will be a Kundalini awakening in our planet, and we'll be able to see that, okay? Maybe extreme weather, or just the ley lines will become a lot powerful right now. I mean, Jupiter expansion, Taurus, Earth, the ley lines are going to be really, really powerful right now. So if you're living in an area that has very powerful ley lines, go walk on the land. And also, it is the moment to create and activate ley lines. So where you are living, do ceremony. You know, charge your crystals with sacred mantra and light language, and then bury them into the earth, just like the Essenes did and the Lemurians did. So it's a very powerful moment to create the ley lines. And so this is what is happening, and this message is from Saratamar as a dragon awakening. There is a dragon awakening happening right now, and we have this powerful awakening that's going to happen from now until December. So we should take advantage of the dragon awakening of the earth, which means that there is an opportunity to heal a lot of the issues happening in our planet connected to Mother Earth. And she is really wanting to activate these ley lines and activate her abundance. And at the same time, this Jupiter energy is giving us the opportunity to activate the sacred sexual energy in our pineal gland that will be awakened and poured through the spinal column, right? The central column into our yesod, our womb space that holds our sexual creative energy, and this will be purified. So it is a moment of purification, right? Because when the dragon energy awakens in the earth and in the human, in our bodies, it is a moment of the purification, and we can start to create with really beautiful energy, amazing energy coming, because the dragon energy is connected to the Garden of Eden, where there's no duality. It is connected to the light conception, conceiving through light. And so this is a powerful message from Saratamar. Very powerful. And so, let's chant a little bit. We're going to chant. In 2017, I channeled the Pleiadians, the Hathors, with their names. They came and they told me their names, and that's one of my Pleiadian chants that you can listen to, and I'll put the link below. And I'm also going to put the link below to the Venus Abundance meditation that we can actually do during all of the Jupiter retrograde until December. I would do it every day, really, to access the codes of Venus and the land and the Hathor energy. And so Sari now is the name of the Hathor that works with the earth element, the Gaia, and the I would say like the first chakra energy. So let's just chant a little bit Sari now. And again, you have the link to the Pleiadian chant if you want to do the Pleiadian chant every day. I just love this opportunity that we are having to go within and awaken the dragon energy and to heal our relationship with our bodies, our relationship with the earth, our relationship to self-love and abundance. So let's chant. the drum, it's a really powerful moment to go into a nice drumming practice, especially out in the land. And I am starting the Magdalene Pulse. On September the 10th is our first live workshop. It's just a 4-workshop series of devotional frame drumming and sacred songs. And it is a wonderful way to activate the priestess archetype of drumming of the land. And it's called the Magdalene Pulse because each workshop we are connecting the devotional frame drumming and the sacred songs to the Magdalene teachings. And receiving the transmissions of the Magdalene, and then bringing that transmission to our devotional frame drumming, to our sacred songs, and to the movement meditation of the Aramaic letters for each lesson. And so I'll be sharing that link as well for those of you who really want to start a devotional practice through rhythm. Rhythm is so important. When we play the frame drum, magic happens within our lives because we understand that it's not about... We need to understand to let go and follow something. The rhythm is inherently within us. Rhythm is inside of us. We are all drummers. Yet through different patternings in our brain hemispheres, we become disconnected with rhythm. And when we learn a rhythm, our focus is on following that rhythm so that we can embody the rhythm, and that rhythm stays within us. And so Yeshua talked about this. Yeshua talked about how each one of us has our own rhythm, and also the cycles of life have a rhythm. And when we understand the rhythm of the cycles, we can understand how to go into one cycle after leaving one. Remember, cycles don't just appear. Mercury retrograde just doesn't appear. Jupiter and Taurus doesn't just appear, right? The month of Av, Virgo, just doesn't appear. It comes after leaving one cycle. And so navigating our rhythm and learning how to navigate rhythm is such a powerful tool spiritually, physically, emotionally, and will help us understand rhythm, because life is rhythm. The breath is rhythm, right? Everything has a rhythm. And so sending so much love to all of you. Thank you for your presence. If you would like to share anything below, you know that I love to read you. And just have a radiant, radiant week. And if you're listening to this video when it's not this week, you will also receive some transmissions. So, AHAVA to all of you. Thank you.